If your VP doesn't work out in 6 months, you could be behind, set back for years.
You could lose half your team, right? if they liked her, right?
Yeah, and so, but yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you.
That's great advice, though, because I think people are looking for tactics, right, on how to hire the right VP. I know that's probably, I don't know if you break down your web traffic, but I bet there's a big chunk of that pie chart that's going for how to hire a VP on SaaStr, right? Reading all that content.
It's still true. It's evolved over the years, but it is still true that like the number one question founders have, just as they hit traction, is how the hell do I find this magical VP of sales, right? That's part of the fun of the early days of SaaStr that you'll remember.
Yeah.
People understand this better than they did back then when it really seemed like almost a sorcerer type position. But yeah, it's still number one. It's still the number one angst. And founders, fewer founders than in the old days, but founders continue to make the mistake that they think a VP of sales is going to solve their problems, right? What a VP of sales is going to do is let you continue your growth and tilt it, right? But they're not.
Can you repeat that one more time?
Yes. A VP of sales is going to do one or both things. Like they're going to let you, if you're growing very quickly, they're going to let you maintain that growth, because founder-led sales is always going to break down after 2 AEs or 3 AEs or 4 AEs. So if you don't hire a VP of sales, even if you're growing like a rocket, your growth will always plateau somewhere between 4 and 12 ARR, depending on how quickly you're growing without a VP of sales. So job one is just feed the engine, hire great. It's really ultimately hiring great people and putting systems and processes in place. If you don't do that and you're growing quickly, you'll fail. If you're growing more moderately, let's make up a number, 60%, right? What a VP of sales can do is help you grow 80% or 90%. And that in SaaS, we talked about compounding. The difference between growing 60% a year and 80% or 90 or 100, it's profound over 4 or 5 years, right? But what a VP of sales can't do is take a company that's not growing and magically create growth. A VP of sales can't take a company that's growing 10% a year and turn it into a unicorn, right? That's not her job. That's not their job. Their job is to take what works with 2 AEs or even 1.5 AEs sometimes and make it work with 10,
right?
And actually make it work better. Make it work better by spending every day working on this and every hour, driving down sales cycles just by talking to customers more, and driving deal size up by not being scared to break deals, and just basic stuff, but not to create sales out of an environment with no product market fit or leads, right? And that's still. Most founders aren't looking for a VP of sales today too early because they don't feel like they can afford it, but too many people are looking for a magician, right? There is no magician.
Yes.